August 22nd, late evening. A young woman, 23-year-old, boards the Charlotte Blue Line. Headphones in, phone out, just like any of us. A man sits a row behind her. No arguments, no build-up. Just minutes later, a fatal attack happens. Other riders freeze. Some move to help. The suspect calmly walks off the train. All right, so as you can tell from the intro, we're going to be talking about the stabbing that happened in Charlotte. All right, so this wasn't like a premeditated thing. He didn't know the girl. She didn't know him. It was as random can be. She was a 23-year-old. Her name was Iryna. I don't want to say her last name. I want to say Zarutska, but I know I'm gonna f it up, and I don't want to do that. She's a Ukrainian refugee, so she actually left Ukraine to escape the war out there. Got a job in Charlotte at a pizza shop and was stabbed in the neck just leaving work going home. And if you're wondering what type of piece of shit stabs a random young woman, his name would be Decarlos Brown Jr. I'm not making that up. His name is Decarlos. I'm assuming his dad's name was maybe like Derek and maybe his mom's name. I don't even know how you can come up with a name like DeCarlos. But if you're wondering, this is the first time he's ever had some running with the law. Nope. He's been arrested 14 times in the last 10 years. This stays in jail literally at least once a year for 3 to 4 months at a time. But let's get into some of these videos and I'll give you guys my opinion after, which I'm pretty sure you know which way I'm leaning.
Of the deadly stabbing on a light rail in South End, the recent random attack has renewed security concerns on public transit in the Charlotte area. And because the video is so disturbing and violent, we're choosing not to show it in its entirety. Queen City News anchor Robin Kennedy joining us here in the studio to give us more on this breaking development. Robin.
Right, Alicia, and the part of the video that we are showing you is just incredibly hard to watch. We do want to give you just a moment to look away if you think you might need to before we show this video. And we are choosing to air part of the video so that people can understand how random this attack was and how it just could have been anyone on that light rail. The suspect, Decarlos Brown, is already on the light rail when the victim, Iryna Zarutska, gets on Friday, August 22nd, right around 10 p.m. Brown sits behind her for about 4.5 minutes. He doesn't seem to look in her direction at all, doesn't even seem to notice she's there until suddenly, out of nowhere, he pulls out a knife. Zarutska has no idea what's coming. The suspect quickly stabs her 3 times and then just walks off as if nothing happened, leaving her to die. So sad. And Brown changes clothes and runs off the light rail at the very next stop. Now, Brown is in jail, charged with murder, and he's being held without bond.
All right, so yeah, as you can see, it was random. He clearly didn't know who she was. She didn't know him. She just so happened to be the target that he landed on. Now, I keep seeing in the comments, oh, well, you know, it's mental health. It wasn't his fault. It wasn't this. It wasn't that. And I'm not a doctor, so I don't know much about mental health and stuff like that. But I do know this man knew to stab this lady and then take his clothes off to disguise himself so that way he don't get arrested. Now, I would argue that that's kind of smart, I guess. If you didn't know what you were doing or you had a psychic break or a psychotic break, and you decided afterwards, I'm going to change my clothes so I don't get busted. I don't know. I think the guy needs to definitely be looked at, definitely needs to go to jail. You know, RIP that girl. It's super sad. You should be able to ride public transit and not be attacked or anything like that happen to you. But as always, let me know what you guys think down below. Do you think he should be in a hospital? Do you think he should get the death penalty? And if you guys notice, my background's a little bit different. It's because I just moved, so I'm still getting the studio set up. And when I say studio, I mean a corner of my bedroom. But I appreciate the 2,600 subscribers. I appreciate all the love, the comments. I'm almost at 5 million views for my channel in the last 5 months. You guys have been amazing. It's very, very much appreciated. More content coming soon. And as always, God bless, and I will see you guys in the next one.